Hello, babies. Look out. It's Nico. Oh, yeah. Nico Buddha. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to take off these glasses now. No, I'll leave them on. I think they look pretty good. Right. So, check it out. Thank you, Just Roger, for the recommendation of There. So There is a wicked book by Tommy Orange, and it's just fantastic. And it's a quote by Gertrude Stein from Oklahoma, and she went back to her hometown and she said that there was nothing there. And so that's where that title comes from. And so yeah. So we got so basically got this book here. It's a great book. It's by Kuzan Sunim called The Way of Korean Zen. Look out! Korean Zen coming. So I studied Chan Buddhism out of a Suyun manual in Montreal, and then I studied and then Ottawa too, meditating parks and stuff. And then I studied Zen at White Wind. White Wind in Sandy Hill in Ottawa. It was really good. And so I'll see if I can find the page I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is cool. So, does your mind remain unmoved when subjected to the 8 winds? This is Korean Buddhism. The 8 winds are gain, loss, fame, disrepute, praise, criticism, pleasure, and displeasure. So when you see pleasant or unpleasant things, or when you are confronted by adverse or favorable conditions, do you always remain collected and undisturbed, and keep your mind as steady as a mountain and as tranquil as the deep ocean? So yeah, that's, it's a question, and it's very interesting, and to try to answer that, what comes to mind is the middle path, the noble path of the Buddhist, right? He walks the line to salvation. And salvation, of course, is enlightenment. And that brings to mind Johnny Cash, right? He wrote I Walk the Line, and he wrote it for June, right? He wrote it for June. So his salvation, in my regard, towards this is basically was June, right? He kept the ends out for the tie that binds in the lyrics. It's a very beautiful song. I can play it. I play it and I sing it. It's a great song. I play a bit of guitar. And then so woman is salvation after that path. I think that's very interesting. And then you got in Hinduism. There are avatars, and to get the Buddhism, again, my point is that Siddhartha Gautama is considered an avatar in Buddhism. So isn't that amazing? It's like he's considered an avatar. What comes to mind? I wrote this funny post, dinner with John Wick. It's not what I wanted. It's not what I intended. But his rock group Dogstar is wicked. But I wrote a really good one, and so then I lost the draft, so I have to rewrite it, and the tone's kind of strange. I didn't I'll have to edit it. But the point is there. I have a great conversation with the killer. So yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so and basically, so that's Hinduism, and also in Hinduism, Keanu Reeves plays Siddhartha in The Little Buddha. Yeah, so if you any Keanu Reeves fans out there. He plays. You see him meditating, Siddhartha in the temple, and so and he gets a lover. I think it's Maya, her name. His mom was Maya, I believe. Yeah. Anyways, so he was born on a trade route between Kapilavastu and Lumbini, and his mom at the time. The custom was for the mother who was giving birth to. They often hung on to a tree so that the gravity would take care of business. Yeah. So you got Jesus was an avatar of of Vishnu, okay? Jesus. So, that's enough to make a priest go bananas, unless he's like an intellectual and he understands stuff. Mono mind or something. Like me on Macho watching football. So yeah, so Hemingway, that leads me to Hemingway. Because, we're talking about Gertrude. Gertrude, another great book by Herman Hesse. Whoa, my God. I knew a girl who cried through it, and she had me pinned as like the rock star music guy in it, the opera singer. And then the other guy was like an ex of hers. And she was crying. She had this, like, all the characters were people she knew. Anyways, it's a great book. Herman Hesse rules. So there's the Gertrude Stein quote, and she was a mentor of Hemingway. And Hemingway has a short story, and it's about Jesus on the cross. But the thing is that the three Romans that put him up there, they go to the wine bar after the job's done. One of the guys stuck him with a spear to empty him, to make sure he was dead, so they could close the day, type of thing. So they're at the wine bar and they're drinking, and finally they conclude that he did a really good job out there. They really appreciated that man's fervor, his wow, Jesus, very powerful being. And so they're drinking and they're saying, he did a good job up there. He did really good up there, that guy. At the end, I forgot the words are exactly, but it's a great short story, Hemingway. So I'll write down the name of the short story at the bottom in the notes. And thanks, Roji. This is a great book. I really enjoy it. And what else? Yeah, so now there's like, when I was young, I'd hear about North Korea. South Korea, I figure, I wasn't quite sure what the architecture looked like. I didn't know anything about it before YouTube. And through friends, Korean friends in Montreal, I knew a Christian, this and that, and I'm not an idiot, so I know there's Buddhism there and all kinds of stuff. So, but now there's BTS and Blackpink, and it's a huge Korean boom going on since Gangnam style. That's from my perception. Canadian, Ottawa, grew up here, lived in Montreal. This is what I saw from white boy that I am of Korean society. So I like it a lot. It's great. So, okay, cool. I wish you a great night. And I sold a book a couple days ago or yesterday, short stories. So thank you very much for buying one. I really appreciate it. And they're all for sale, and it goes to charities. So there's the Slumbering Monk, poems and haiku, and short stories. Singing Pebble Books in Ottawa on Main Street, Octopus Books in the Glebe, and Amazon and eBay. And there are all these other sites that are selling my book. I don't know where the money's going or where they get the book, but anyways. I tried to look it up a bit, but I couldn't check it out. I just gave up. Cheers. Have a great night. Buy my book. Where is it? I lost my book. Oh. Poems and haiku. Woo! Right on. Rock and roll.